Imagine entering a boutique lounge expecting to film a cute little fashion scene, only to have your entire emotional breakdown on camera instead. That's exactly what happened when Yandy Smith arrived on set expecting a script and entered a betrayal ambush. Did someone not warn her that she was entering a gossip minefield? Was this a meltdown or a setup? Fans are asking after what happened next. Rasheeda's cold stares, Jessica Dime's petty little side eyes, and Yandy, oh baby, didn't just cry. She also opened her eyes and put on mascara as if she were trying out for a horror reboot of Love and Hip Hop, the Breakdown Edition. According to sources, even the producers were like, should we be filming this? Spoiler alert, they really did every single tear, every trembling breath, and every sidelong glance of betrayal. So what drove Yandy to the brink? And why is everyone claiming that this moment could ruin or redefine her entire storyline? This isn't your typical love and hip-hop drama. So buckle up. What started out as a laid-back day of filming for Love and Hip Hop turned into one of the most explosive emotional meltdowns in reality TV history. No, this isn't clickbait. The tone is lighthearted, the expectations may be a little glum, some fake hugs. But what we got was a full-blown emotional breakdown. Let's examine the mess layer by layer. Emotional demolition derby, and guess who was driving the chaos bus through the Velvet Lounge? Yandy freaking Smith. Don't worry, she's no stranger to drama, but even she didn't anticipate this. According to sources, she arrived early, looking perfect, with her lashes curled and her edges laid, saying CEO, but she was yelling that there was a small inconvenience from the collapse. And the baby caused that inconvenience. Appear as Jessica Dime and Rasheeda. For weeks, rumors had been circulating like secondhand smoke, shady group texts, steady conversations, and suspiciously timed leaks. Her name had been heard in places where it wasn't supposed to be, and she wasn't included in blog posts that were analyzing her every action. TikToks analyzing her fake peacemaker energy and passive-aggressively shade from the woman who once kissed both of her cheeks on camera while Brutus was wearing a Balenciaga blazer. But it was that boutique shoot, imagine this, a chic lounge in Atlanta with velvet chairs, cute mood lighting, rolling cameras, and a crew sipping iced coffee. Set the tone for the elegant scene about fashion collaborations and cast trips. Andy walks in cool and calm, but on the inside, she's a teapot on fire. Rasheeda then struts in like she owns the set cream blouse, diamond studs, and energy I mentioned. She nods to Yandy as though she's a barista, not a co-star, and says, calm as the eye of a hurricane, and we're good. Yeah, we good, Rasheeda responds. But she's noti heard someone talking about my business and how I act when the cameras aren't rolling. So I sat up straight and toned down like I was reading an HR email. Then, when the damn thing broke and flooded, Yandy looked into the crack in her eye. Then, as if she hadn't just walked into an emotional minefield, she slipped next to Rasheeda. She throws a smirk across the room, asking, "What's the tea?" Yandy's eyes go cold and she snaps, "You've been talking, and now I'm here, so say it to me." Jessica raises a brow, and without missing a beat, we say what we want. And that's when her flawless makeup begins to fall apart like a silk press in the rain. Her voice shakes and the volume increases. She's terrified but frustrated by being the scapegoat and the storyline. The girl who keeps things together while everyone else breaks down. The producers are frozen, and there are even whispers that we should cut another person. Her mouths are just rolling because of what's happening right now on TV Gold. And then Yandy drops at her real-life pain. My son has been acting wild at school, and I'm barely able to function. I've been giving the show my all, and what do I get in return? It's friends gossiping like I'm the problem. Jessica scoffing, "You're the problem." Looks could kill. That lounge would have become a murder scene. Rasheeda tries to remain calm, but her eyes flicker with guilt, shame, and who knows? Andy keeps pushing you to stop acting like you don't know what's going on, happening. I sense it. I don't need receipts. I know it's you. And then, boom, it happens. Yandy's breath catches. Her lashes flutter, and she starts crying not mascara safe. Tears, but ugly, raw gut punch sobs and. She collapses onto the velvet couch as if her bones had given up. Cameras zoom in to capture every sniffle, and Jessica and Rasheeda freeze like mannequins at Macy's. At that moment, reality TV got outside the set. Yandy's friend rushes to her side and wraps her in an embrace. No glam team, no camera, just real. Tears, real hurt. She sits on a bench with her hands in her lap, makeup ruined, and the director calls cut. But the second unit continues filming because, let's face it, this is what content executives dream about in boardrooms. What the breakdown? Footage leaks. Screenshots go viral within 24 hours. #S explode, #yay. Yandy breakdown trends above the actual shows. #fan reactions unhinged. She snapped. She's too emotional. She's finally showing her true side. But that's only Act 1 because, baby, the receipts are still loading and the real messo. It hasn't even begun yet. So let's be crystal clear once that. Footage of Yandy is released. Instagram was a war zone of split-screen reaction videos and phony. LIP syncs of Yandy's tearful monologue. Twitter was in flames. Instagram was flooded. With sloppy fan edits and sobbing mid-scene hit the internet like someone poured petrol on an already smoldering fire. However, just when the internet thought it had seen it all, a data leak began to roll in from an anonymous blog, contained filtered group chat screenshots and a dubious little folder named Love and Hip Hop. Let me tell you, it was chaos because the contents contained alleged group messages between cast members that were dragging Yandy through the mud like a busted Birkin on clearance. Jessica allegedly wrote in one text, "She cries every season and then plays victim like girl." Another said, "You're not a martyr, you're a manipulator." Rasheeda allegedly told someone off camera that Yandy always has a storyline ready. Even her tears got PR teams. Oh, the fans went into full detective mode, comparing emojis, dates, and slang styles as if they were FBI agents. Some said they believed the messages, while others said they were fakes created by board trolls. But it was evident that Yandy was receiving abuse from everyone, including Sin Santana, who wasn't even in the episode, who commented on Instagram stories with chili. The camera captured what should have remained behind. Excuse me, where is the loyalty? Then, let's talk about the Rasheeda voice memo. Yes, someone leaked a voice in a memo purportedly sent to a friend. Rasheeda explains why Yandy saying, "Yandy always wants sympathy, but she don't listen. She'll act like she above everybody." However, when it all falls apart, she is the victim once more. And when that video surfaced on social media, people began taking sides as if it were the infinity war of reality TV. #Tam Yandy versus #Team Rasheed began trending memes. Polls exploded, and YouTubers posted 40-second videos analyzing who started it, who lied, and who was secretly jealous. Guess who emerged just in time to stir things up? Camilla. Yes, Cambella appeared out of nowhere with a mysterious tweet that read, "Some people been fake crying for camera time, but that's none of my business." Or perhaps it's a girl. Are you just going to scoff and leave like you didn't set the entire forest on fire? Anyway, as everyone is blaming Yandy, she stops posting, liking, and posting inspirational quotes on her stories for days. The queen of engagement is simply gone, and people begin wondering if she's okay, planning a comeback, or getting legal action because, baby, there were rumors that Yandy was preparing to sue the network for emotional distress. Yes. Insiders began speculating that she was tired of being used as a punching bag for ratings and might even be considering terminating her contract entirely. But that's not even the most outrageous part. The entire breakdown scene wasn't even supposed to air according to a phony anonymous producer email that was leaked to a dubious gossip blog. The producers reportedly thought it was too raw to be real. But after Yandy stormed off set and refused to return for a full day, they aired it anyway. Talk about betrayal. The email purportedly stated, Yandy was vulnerable. That wasn't meant to be part of the show, of the plot. But after she left us for 48 hours, the network called, and some fans weren't amenable to it. You guys did her dirty and she cried, and you guys cashed a check off it. Some fans wrote in a petition called #ProtectAndy, calling for an apology from the network, while others referred to her meltdown as strategic. As the world debated, Rasheeda attempted to save face by going live on Instagram and declaring, I never wanted this to blow up like that. I've always had love for Yandy. We've just been going through it. That's all. Girl, bye. However, Rasheeda claimed that she had planned to break down to garner sympathy and secure her season 12 contract. Jessica Dime, on the other hand, was doubling down when she shared a carousel of herself in Dubai with the caption, I'm not in drama. Drama is in me, book not bored. Oh, how petty. Meanwhile, blogs began to leak rumors that cast members were being forced to take sides behind the scenes. The retaliation post appeared out of nowhere when an old friend of Yandy's posted a throwback photo of them from years ago with the messy caption, the real ones, no. It is said that producers asked the ladies who they would prefer to film with going forward, and some chose Jessica, some chose Yandy. And some said neither because the atmosphere on set had become extremely toxic, and the real ones remained silent, just waiting for it to be revealed. Everyone was perspiring, and people began to wonder if Yandy was going to reveal her own receipts, such as emails or texts indicating that Rasheeda and Jessica had been planning scenes for dramatic effect, or, worse, something monetary. When it hit the streets, Yandy had engaged a private PR crisis fixer. Yes, ma'am, she brought in the big guns. This media strategist was renowned for resolving celebrity chaos, reversing narratives, and burying the competition. Word was that she was already creating a campaign to reintroduce Yandy's new podcast, complete with glossy photo shoots, staged healing moments, and even discussions of people started posting things like, we were too hard on Yandy, who's actually one of the few who keeps it classy, and Jessica and Rasheeda were definitely ganging up on her. The goal of the potential spinoff was to portray Yandy as the misunderstood, betrayed peacemaker who only wanted everyone to win. Guess what? It started working. Another bombshell was dropped, claiming that someone had leaked footage from a reunion scene that was never broadcast. In it, Jessica Dime accuses Yandy of leaking stories to the press. The clip shows Yandy denying it, but Jessica isn't buying it. And Rasheeda sits there with her arms folded, silent, and the room is freezing cold. The scene concludes with the moment Yandy slammed the dressing room door behind her. The energy in the room was as cold as Antarctica in a snowstorm. That's exactly where we pick up in the video, because this scandal isn't over yet. In a long shot, Yandy storms out, Mick with her lashes clamped and her wig still perfectly snatched. Insiders claim that the cast was told to remain seated while security handled Yandy's exit, because the situation escalated to such a level that no one was permitted to follow her. There were no excuses or explanations. And there was only silence as Yandy's heavy heels echoed down the hallway like the final bell in a boxing match. But that wasn't the end, because guess what? According to a dramatic anonymous source, someone on the production team leaked the unreleased footage because they were fed up with the narrative being twisted and felt Yandy was being used as a scapegoat. This led to an alleged internal rebellion. On set, the internet became a courtroom almost immediately, with Instagram pages posting timelines dissecting the beef and Toke sleuths posting slow-motion analyses of the reunion clip as if it were the Zapruder movie. The cast was split and fans were demanding answers. It was like reality TV's version of Watergate. But instead of politicians, to as Glam Squads, and WI Glue Dot appeared with conspiracy-level information, revealing that before she pulled at the plan exit, Yandy's McQuire was already loose. People said, notice Rasheeda's hands clenched, body language, don't lie. The sponsors then began observing as some of the brands that collaborated with the cast withdrew one skincare line, halted all of their collaborations with Jessica, and released a generic "Y are keeping an eye on the situation" statement. In the meantime, Yandy made her first move: no sit-down interview. No dramatic selfie, just a simple black Instagram post with the words, "Time tells truth," and within hours that post had 500,000 likes. Rasheeda's boutique began receiving one-star reviews online, despite the fact that people had never been there. The public tide is turning, and Team Yandy is gaining momentum. Even people who vowed she was manipulative a week ago are now yelling that we owe her an apology. And just when you think it's over, celebrities slid into the comments with cryptic support. Tamara Braxton always stands tall, sis. The truth has legs. Remy Ma, you've been real. Let them fake ones spin themselves. Candy Boris, we've got your back. Even more outrageous, Rasheeda releases a 19-minute life update vlog on YouTube that is neither an apology nor a denial. The vlog was ostensibly about her boutique expansion, but it also casually included 6 minutes of her addressing the drama, saying, "I'm not going into too much detail, but I just think folks need to look at the whole story before picking sides. Some people love to play wounded. Are you fooling us, ma'am?" When they were punching all the time, the fans' litter-up comments flew in. "This ain't it, Rasheeda. Passive shade won't save you." Yandy broke down, and y'all watched her like statues. While Rasheeda was getting flamed, Jessica Dime went rogue. She hopped on IG Live with a glass of champagne and said, "You'll please believe those crocodile tears, dude." She is sobbing because she lost control, not because she is upset. The worst part is that another person joins the conversation. A producer who previously worked on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta writes a lengthy thread detailing the poisonous atmosphere behind the scenes, claiming Yandy was coerced into making the movie. The most damning tweet they sent her said, "If you don't give us something today, we're cutting your screen time." Despite her repeated requests to not be mic'd up that day, after she gave them what they wanted, the entire story abruptly changed. And the network responded by breaking its silence for days. Silence, but not with a press release. Instead, they secretly posted a preview trailer for season 12 on YouTube with the exact phrase, "This season, truths unravel, alliances shift, and breakdowns become breakthroughs." Oh, so now we're calling it a breakthrough. At that point, fans really lost it. Articles and petitions flooded the internet, with some calling for the cancellation of the show and others demanding, just as Yandy muted Jessica. Rasheeda 2, Rising Lovi and Yandy's comeback campaign took off. She did a full interview with a well-known podcast, one of those sit in a couch and cry shows, in which she opened up about being used and emotionally manipulated. Yandy also got her own spin-off called Healing and Hip Hop.didn, single quotes to mention names. But the intolerant people I called sisters supported me while I broke down, and some even applauded. When a listister tweeted, "Reality TV ain't worth your peace." Proud of Yandy for speaking your truth. The public was back on her side, and even celebrities began reposting in support. Then the last fans immediately guessed Rasheeda and Jessica, when a bombshell appeared on a gossip blog stating that 2 cast members were being investigated internally by the network for allegedly plotting to fabricate stories about Yandy in order to gain screen time. The post stated that producers are reevaluating contracts and that not all of the cast will return for the upcoming season. Some faces may quietly disappear as of right now. Sources claim that the cast is on hold for the reunion, postponed new scenes, and suspended the vibe radioactive. According to rumors, Yandy's team is negotiating a deal that would allow her to return only after receiving full edit approval. Her healing arc revolves around certain cast members being demoted or removed, and the network believes that we might see the greatest redemption arc in reality TV history. And if not, rumors have it that Netflix is looking to hire her for a documentary that will show the dark side of reality TV. What will happen next? Will Rasheeda and Jessica face consequences? Will Yandy rise from the ashes or leave for good? Will this drama lead to the demise of love and hip-hop as we know it? One thing is certain though, this isn't over yet. There you have it, people. Front row seat to the mayhem you didn't know you needed. Who knew that a supposed peaceful day of filming would turn into a full-fledged battleground of wigs, whispers, and emotional warfare? The question now is, was Rasheeda misunderstood, or the silent killer concealed behind boutique sales? Or was Yandy actually the villain? We read the captions, watched the tears, and heard the silence. But do we really know the whole story? Or is this just the tip of a very messy, scripted iceberg? Let's face it, if reality TV were to award Oscars, this cast would win. It's your turn to enter the drama. What do you think happened behind the scenes? Would you watch a Yandy solo spin-off if it meant ignoring the others? If so, leave a comment below and let the drama play out here. This story has more layers than a lace front during a heat wave. Don't forget to like. Did the producers set up Yandy for ratings? Should Rasheeda and Jessica be held accountable? Or are they just pawns in a larger game? In this house, we don't blink. We go back in time. So subscribe and click the notification bell to ensure you don't miss the next jaw-dropping expose. Be right here, spilling the phony tea with genuine conviction. Until then, keep your secrets dirty and your lashes long. And your receipts are prepared.